Hey there everybody, it's Crypt Keeper Joshy here and welcome back to the Otaku Crypt. After a bit of an extended holiday break, which was very much needed for recovery, we are gearing up to go all out into the new year with new hosts, new content, and just more regular quality stuff for you and all of the anime lovers out there. But despite getting ready for even more, this was our biggest year ever. This channel itself was started in 2012, and we had even been doing stuff before that, but we were posting on Vimeo. That was a weird phase that I really hope you guys don't go looking for the videos on. If you do, it's okay, just have a laugh. Have a laugh. We do. Like I said, it's been a very busy year for us. Since starting the channel in 2012, there are 156 videos prior to this one that have been posted on the channel, and 46 of them were this year alone. So it was a very busy year. Part of that was because we had a great 17-week run with Serenity as the host of the Weekly Bento, doing little news segments. Serenity got very busy because she is pursuing acting and she's going to be wonderful. She has such amazing on-camera presence, and she's gonna bring that to the world, and we're gonna be able to say that she got a bit of her start right here on this little channel. But more than that, we have done tons of other stuff on the website, including the podcast, which will be coming back full force in the New Year's as well. Photo shoots that I have been developing my own personal photography skills in. For what they're worth, I think I'm getting better. Practice makes perfect, and I've actually been taking lessons. But since we are making our way into the new year, I figured it was only right to celebrate a wonderful year of content by doing a bit of a countdown of our favorite stuff from this year. So this is the top 5 pieces of content from the Otaku Crypt 2016. My first pick is from early on in the year. I have always wanted to do a big Valentine's Day thing, and my original plan for it was to have a giant Super Sonico shoot that was going to be a bunch of different cosplayers doing a bunch of different Sonicos. It was just very hard to organize, and it ended up being one delightful cosplayer who I had become good friends with this year, and that was Candy Cosplay. So number 5 is the Super Sonico Valentine. This was just a super fun video to do because I have never done anything like it. I had seen these photo flipbook videos before, and I wanted to give it a try. So we made this adorable Sonico photo flipbook of Candy as the kind of Germanic dress Sonico, eating chocolate and playing with ornaments and stuff. It was super adorable and a super fun thing to try. Again, it was something I had never done before, and it was different from anything that we had done recently. It was just super fun, and I'm proud of it, and might try something again like that. Number 4 is on the dirtier side of anime, and if you've ever hung out with myself and the group of nerds I hang out with, it always turns dirty, and nothing wrong with that as long as you can rein it in depending on the company. So number 4 was Hentai Talk with Zombie Bit Me. This I loved for many reasons. One, because I guess got to hang out and have a fun conversation with a dear friend of mine, and it just felt like a super candid moment because you're, kind of admitting to viewing habits that are usually pretty private. Unless you can be way open like we can be, and it's usually brought out in the company of each other that we will admit to watching a lot of this stuff, often out of morbid curiosity more than perversion. Maybe not in Chantel's case. That girl has a dude's brain, and that's why I love her. Number 3 almost falls into the morbid pleasure category, and that was the episode of the Otaku Crypt podcast with Lady Vesna, where she watched the entirety of Ruby Season 3 in one afternoon and then immediately podcasted after it. The ebb and flow of that season was insane, starting on the highest high of the tournament and going into the shitstorm of an ending that happened for that season, leading into this very dark opening of the 4th season, but with glimmers of hope, maybe. It was hilarious from my end to sit beside her and watch that unfold across her face over an afternoon, and then forcing her to deal with those feelings immediately afterwards on audio. So, yeah, that one a bit morbidly funny to me, maybe in retrospect to her as well. And I hope you guys enjoyed it too. We're probably going to do something similar this year with Ruby Season 4. She likes to binge watch all of it at once instead of waiting weekly. She's not the kind of person who can do that. So yeah, you could stay tuned for that, and who knows, maybe it'll be even crazier. Here's hoping. Number 2 is another Sonico themed video. Of course, I am just a fan of the character and the way that almost any cosplay you do of her is canon, because there's probably a figure for it. But this was just a little video and photo shoot with Lily Spitfire. I had known Lily from the convention scene, but only this year have really gotten to know her as a friend. She is this smart, strong, bundle of sass type of girl, the redheaded Spitfire stereotype. She takes that stereotype, throws it out, picks it up, re-sews it into one that fits her, and wears it like a champ. But she brought amazing life to the Queen of Hearts version of Super Sonico. She will say that there are tons of flaws in the costume and in her own posing, but as artists, we are the most critical of ourselves. I found it absolutely perfect and got to capture a few photos and video of it. And it was just a beautiful day at Anime North. The sun was just working in our favor for video, captured all the gorgeous colors in that. She just brought the joy of Sonico to life, and I just thought it was kind of a perfect video in terms of character, and she looked gorgeous as she always does. Which brings me to my personal favorite moment of this year. It was another episode of the podcast, did it live at Anime North, and that was with the Error 404 crew, which is now known as Defensive Lettuce. This was Nate, Nigel, Graham, and Holly, who were people who I had known about and liked what they did. They were always so wacky and funny, and I just had to sit down and chat with them. The podcast was just that. I got to chat about the origins of their work together, bit of them each as a person, and despite the fact that an airplane was flying over every 2.5 to 5 minutes, as that convention has every year, it's an active flight zone. Despite that, it just was one of my favorite episodes of the podcast. I got to learn so much about a bunch of people. I was laughing constantly, and it was this weird affirmation of the legitimacy of what we do here. I reached out to people I barely knew, and based on what they had seen of our content, agreed to come out and do something with us. And it was just a wonderful experience, wonderfully validating, absolutely hilarious, and it also included sharing what we loved as otaku and anime fans, which is the greatest reward from doing anything like this. And it even led to a recommendation from Nate that became one of my favorite shows of the past couple of years. But that will come up in our next video, which is going to be the Otaku Crypt pick for the top 5 animes of 2016. Nate's recommendation is going to be included in there. So thank you for watching this video, everybody. It's going to be a great year going forward. I'm unbelievably excited for it. Remember to follow us on all of the social medias. It's Otaku Crypt on everything, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Subscribe on YouTube, and go to otakukrypt.com for more than our videos. That's where you're going to find the podcast, photo shoots, editorial stuff, all kinds of great content. Again, thank you so much for watching. Remember to like and share our content if you did like it. Sharing our content is really what helps get it seen, so if you do that, we'll love you forever, more so than we already do. I am Crypt Keeper Joshy T from the Otaku Crypt, and we will see you soon.